Today on Cassidys Craveable Creations, I'm going to show you how to make quick and easy Instant Pot shredded chicken thighs that turn out moist and delicious every time, that you can use in all your favorite recipes. And to see more delicious recipes, be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell below so you'll be alerted each time I post a new video. So to get started, I have almost 4 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs here. And all you're going to do is put them in the Instant Pot. And this recipe, it also works with chicken breasts. But chicken breast, I found, especially if you're using it for another recipe that's going to be cooked, such as a casserole or chicken pot pie or something, it can turn out a little dry. And chicken thighs, they stay moist a long time. Even if you cook them, it seems like forever. So I always like to use chicken thighs, but you can use chicken breast. And just a note that if you have a chicken breast that's huge, sometimes I buy chicken breasts and they're like the size of my face. They're huge. You'll need to either cut it in half or add 3 minutes to the cooking time. And so we have the chicken thighs in, and all we're going to do is season them with just a little bit of salt and pepper. And you can really add any seasonings here that you would like. If you're making a Mexican dish, you can add like cumin and chili powder, paprika, different things like that. If you're making an Italian dish, you can even throw some salsa in there, just whatever spices you want. But at the minimum, you need to add salt and pepper. And so we just put that directly in the Instant Pot, and then we need to add at least a cup of liquid. You can use water, but I like to use chicken broth because it adds just some extra flavor to the chicken. And you don't have to use fresh chicken for this recipe. You can also use frozen chicken. And I don't change the recipe at all for frozen chicken. I've never had a problem. It always gets done in 15 minutes, just like normal when I bake fresh chicken. It just takes longer for the Instant Pot to come to pressure. I have noticed that other people, they add a minute or two to the cooking time for frozen chicken. I've never needed to do this, but let me know in the comments below if you add time if your chicken is frozen or not. So now all we have to do is put the lid on. Wait for the little song here. And you have to make sure it's sealing. The little valve is turned to sealing, because if it's not, it won't come to pressure and cook. So now I'm just going to push the pressure cook button and increase the time to 15 minutes. And as soon as it comes to pressure, it will start counting down from 15, and it will beep when the time is up. So the chicken just finished cooking, and I released the pressure by moving this little valve here from sealing to venting. And when I did that, it released all the pressure. And just a side note, if the Instant Pot is full of pressure, it will not explode. There's a valve where if it has pressure in it, the valve closes the lid to the Instant Pot, and so it will not come off. So that's not something you need to be worried about. And so I'm just going to take the lid off here. And something that just completely blew my mind that I recently learned is you can put the lid in this handle right here. It's like a lid holder, and I've had my Instant Pot for probably 2 years, and I never knew that until recently, and it was like the most amazing thing I ever learned. I learned it from Heather over at the Spicy Kitchen, and I was just amazed. And another thing she taught me is that if you store the lid face up, it won't have any kind of smell to it, because a common complaint about Instant Pots is that when you open it to make a recipe, it smells like the last recipe you cooked. And so those were two just amazing things that blew my mind when I learned about them. And so if you want to check out her channel, she actually even has a whole Instant Pot course that I recommend. Okay, so where was I? Okay, we're going to take the shredded chicken out of the Instant Pot, and I'm going to show you an easy way to shred them. For years and years, I just used 2 forks to shred them, and it made me crazy. It made me angry. My hands got tired, and it seemed to take forever. So anytime I came across a recipe that had shredded chicken, I immediately skipped it. But I'm going to show you this easy kitchen hack, and you'll never skip a recipe again because it has shredded chicken in it. So my easy kitchen hack for shredding chicken easily and quickly is using an electric mixer. You start on low and you turn it to medium, and it's shredded in less than a minute. And if you have a stand mixer, all you have to use is the paddle attachment and do the same thing. You start on low, and then as it breaks up, you increase the speed to medium, and you have perfectly shredded chicken, and it's amazing. So that's it. Now you know how to make perfectly shredded chicken every time in the Instant Pot. And if you want to use it for food prep, you can store it in the fridge along with the juices. Definitely don't throw the juices out, because if you want to store it, you need to store it in the juices so it'll remain moist and tender. And so you can store it in the fridge in a sealed baggie for 3 to 4 days, or it can be frozen for up to 3 months. And it's perfect for meal prep or to just keep on hand for recipes and salads throughout the week. Oh, and this recipe, you can also use frozen chicken. So that is it. Now you know how to make perfectly juicy, perfectly shredded, perfectly shredded chicken. Tender and juicy shredded. Perfect. So to get started, I have a little over, well, I feel very awkward.
Go across your body with the chicken.